All right, all right, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tacos en Europa. I am Jorge.
My name is Edgar.
That's probably one of the happiest all right you guys are gonna hear from me, man. What a matchup right now. Mexico versus Ghana. Like, I have very few bad things to say about this game, Inke. What about you?
Maybe not bad things, but I feel I'm less positive than you, as usual.
As usual. And we
Yeah,
need
but
that.
but
We need that, man. We need that to
but
chop it up right.
yeah, but I'm really happy about the game. More so about how we ended up than the first half because I feel the first half was a little bit like stop and go, but by the second half, it was a really good game,
Some good
especially
changes from Jimmy.
by some like key players,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about
And
eventually.
just to clarify before we get started, I wasn't able to watch the first half. You can't watch the whole game. I was actually with the Swifties. Here's my paper ring. And I caught the second half though on the way home, and it was just like, I don't know. I saw very few errors there. We're gonna talk about it now, but let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's talk about the starting 11. Here it is. It was Guillermo Ochoa at the half. You gotta have the right vibe. Uh, that's why you guys gotta watch it on YouTube, man. So you guys can see all the visuals too. But all right, our goalkeeper was Guillermo Ochoa, with our right back Jorge Sanchez, center back Cesar Montes, center back Johan Vasquez, and Gerardo Arteaga as a left back. Our midfield was Luis Chavez on the left, Edson Alvarez in the middle, and Eric Sanchez on the right. Our up front was going to be Raul Jimenez as a striker, with Irving Lozano and Orbelin Pineda by his side. Pretty strong 11. I'm not going to lie to you. What changes would you have made for this one?
Maybe I will have like Santi in there, but
Fair, fair.
it's a thing of like eventually Santi is going to be the one that plays all the games, but right now it's not that bad that Jimmy is giving time to both of them, leaving Henry as the third striker. Uh, Also, I'm starting to really have a problem with Orbelin playing in the wide areas
Always.
because he doesn't play in the wide areas.
Mm-hmm.
He's a midfielder, and it shows. The whole like 60 minutes that he was on the field, the right or left wing was absent. That it was not on play.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes we really need that width to really take the game into the next gear. And it was really hard because Ghana is a team that was defending with five,
Yeah. Very physical.
like
Yeah.
very physical, a lot of fouls, like not dirty fouls. It's not like El Salvador like 10
Yeah.
years ago, where
Just
just like
tactical, like necessary stuff. Like they knew what they were doing. Like
yeah,
they were
they were
strong.
trying to slow down Mexico with fouls, and they did sometimes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it kind of backfired on them because it ended up with five defenders on one side and three attackers on the other, and two midfielders alone the whole game. And Mexico won the midfield all game long.
Yeah.
Like 80 minutes, Mexico was controlling the midfield. It didn't necessarily become like a possession or like what's the word? Effective possession for Mexico, like
Yeah.
a lot of chances on goal, but it did make the game one that wasn't dangerous for us.
Yeah. I mean, and that midfield is like what we were saying was probably gonna be like the starting midfield, like for our A team. It's Edson Alvarez, can't take him off. Luis Chavez, can't take him off. Chiquito Sanchez is the one that you can maybe debate, but like after he just keeps showing that you can't take him off. So
Yeah, he's really good. In
it's
this game, he might have been like one of the best players for Mexico in my.
he's going crazy, man, every single time. And now even up top, we were saying Raul Jimenez maybe could have sat out for Santi, but even then, he wasn't even that bad. And a lot of the buzz going around and like the news and also the commentators that were talking about the game is that Santi was gonna start versus Germany. That's so far as what we know, what we think. So if that's the case, that kind of tells us that most likely Santi is now the number one striker of the national team.
As it should be.
As it should be, exactly. Other than that, man, like I really don't have any bad performances for you. I would say Jorge Sanchez. Had a couple mistakes there, but
It,
I'm
he
not
he
comfortable
was
saying he was terrible either.
he was fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, he has been way, way, way worse. And I did see a couple of good things for him. Like he was physical enough against Ghana, but in general, as you say, I don't have like a player I can say, oh, he played badly.
Hmm.
Like Orbelin, as I said, I didn't love what he was doing this game. I feel the team really improved with Antuna. Like I know some people hate to see it, but he really did broke down that width and also like that explosiveness. Like throw the ball long and just let Antuna kill the other player in the speed department because he's one of the fastest players out
Yeah.
there.
And before we start talking about the subs, let me just talk real quick about, just both Chavez and Alvarez, man, who really just took care of the midfield. Alvarez just defensively and even a little bit going forward too with his long balls. And Luis Chavez was just like the catapult, like the replacement for Guardado. Just a
Yes.
catapult that will just find you wherever you are in the final third.
I will have said like on the second half he was better, but we were speaking about this before we started recording that it seems to me like trying to to translate what I was seeing in the game is that Jimmy gave freedom to Edson in the first half.
Yeah.
Like you can do whatever you want. You want to stay between the defenders. You want to attack. You want to hold the midfield to go wide. Whatever you want, and everyone else has to adapt. And he did really well.
Yeah.
He was really good going forward. He was really good at having the ball in his feet. He has improved so much. He looks like a proper midfielder right
Which
now.
I'm happy that he did that for him, because I think it's time to give Edson the reins, to give him, like the keys to the team and be like, hey man, like you are a captain in this team and you need to show it on the field. You need to start moving the midfield. You need to start commanding with more decision power.
Yes, and as I say, he did look good, and Mexico did have a couple of chances, mostly from like some beautiful chances that Raúl created for other people,
Yeah.
and one shot from Edson. And the thing is, then by the second half, okay, it didn't work out. You're going to go back to your like defensive midfielder role,
Mhm.
and that's what it happened. And that free Chavez to go a little bit forward. He's not playing as a second striker or anything like that, but he is reaching further in the field, and it did work for them.
Yeah.
Like Chavez is good in that position, not quite a 10. Like if you want to call it like a 10 and a half, like not quite a 10.
10.5.
Yeah. So that's where Mexico improved a little bit, and then the changes really improved them a lot.
Yeah.
So,
So piggybacking now up to the changes, I wanna piggyback a little bit off of what you were saying about Antuna, man. That he gives you that difference in attack. He gives you a little more width. He gives you that speed. But who else is gonna give you that? You can hate all you want. Everyone can hate all they want. But name me a player that's gonna give you that speed and those runs that Antuna was giving you right now. I understand he's been bad. I understand everything. Like I don't lose sight of all that stuff. But the truth is, like, who else do we have? A Mexican national team player that can do that.
Yeah, the thing is, if Shino Huerta was right-footed, he will be it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he is right-footed, but he plays on the left, almost exclusively on the left. And like Lozano is the one that changes to fit whatever we're trying, because he can do both. But we don't have that like natural right winger. We have been talking about this for a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And who else? As you said, who else? Like,
you move Lozano to
a
right wing and you're diluting him a little bit, just like he was at Napoli. And I think it's time to talk about that too. Like, que golazo! Like vintage Chucky came to play, and he showed us that cutting to the inside, shooting from the right foot right in the left corner, man. What a beautiful, like, it made me feel some type of way, man. I'm not gonna lie. I saw that and I was like,
it makes me happy to see Chucky performing almost more than almost any other player. Like if he is doing well, I'm feeling okay. We have a chance.
Yeah.
We have a chance.
If
We
he's
have a
doing
shot.
well, I'm doing well. No, but it was a great just performance from everybody. You know, even the subs came in. We got Cesar Huerta, Romo,
Great
Antuna.
assist from Huerta. Great
Beautiful,
assist.
beautiful. To Antuna, by the way. I'm sure everyone knows about that, but to Antuna. Cordova came in, tried a couple. Santi Jimenez came in.
Like
Kind
3 minutes. I mean,
yeah, dead minutes for Santi Jimenez. Also, not too much to do. But I don't know, man. Just beautiful game overall. I'm psyched, man. I'm psyched
yeah.
for Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm like bring out Germany, this dangerous Germany that just scored 3 on the US. You know that's gonna be cool. They've been playing like really good. They could have scored another 2 or 3. I saw like 20 minutes, 25 minutes from the first half. It was they could have scored more, but we haven't talked about this, and I'm really happy to report another 90 minutes without receiving goal by by Johan and Montes.
Oh, as a pair, you're right.
As a pair, they haven't received 1 goal.
Wow, that is true, man. That's a good
Yes.
catch. That's a good stat right there, man. That is,
Yeah,
yeah, it's you can't change them. It has to be them. It has
yeah,
to be
no.
them.
And the thing, not only just like you can change them, like whoever you put instead of them, it's a big like step down.
Yeah,
Like even though I love Guzman, like the bull as they call him, he's not that good. Reyes is way not that good.
not as
I
good.
hope.
Not as good.
And okay. No, but you know what I mean. And they have been great. They honestly, I think it's because they both from my state. Like they know each other.
It's something in the water, bro. Something in the water.
Yeah. They were both in the youth teams in Monterrey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's part of it, I think.
But yeah, man, it's a hell of a game. Great. It's great to see the national team when they're playing like this. Like you can't complain about it. And just finish off by saying, that Ghana, they came to play too. You had Partey out here, you had Kudus.
Yes.
Aidu, they have Aidu. So the only one that I think.
Yes. I was going to say the same as you were going to say. Iñaki Williams was on the bench.
Yeah.
That's the only main player that wasn't on the starter. So they did came to play, but I don't. They were too afraid to really like make a game of it. Like too back heavy, like five on the defensive line.
Yeah, and the thing is, that they put Iñaki, but like as soon as goal came in, he came on. So
yes,
it was. I think it was a serious game, and I mean, I appreciate when teams come out to play like that, even if it's a friendly. So again, 10 out of 10 for me. Actually, let's ask that. What do you give Jimmy this game out of 10?
A 9. I mean,
9.
As I say, I have a little bit of problem with him playing midfielders as wingers because he does that like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like he did make the right changes. He did like change the setup, not the players at midfield at halftime, just the setup, and it worked wonders.
Yeah.
So like I'm happy. I hope he gives in these not the main games chances to youth players or to the other goalkeepers, because if Ochoa gets injured, like we're going to have to put in a keeper that has no chemistry with the team.
Yeah, but if there was a game to do it, that was this one, because Germany, you're not gonna debut. You know what I mean? So hopefully that goes well. I think for me, I will give him a 9, and the only thing for me is because I feel like it's a lot of like you live by the 4-3-3, you die by the 4-3-3. I think.
Yes.
I'm not convinced 100% that the 4-3-3 is a formation for us. Maybe like a full-on, like a 4-2-3-1, but like a dedicated one where you put like a straight-up Orbelin in the middle. Like not you take out Chiquito, just put an Orbelin to see what happens, or Cordova, something like that. I would love to see just that in action. Obviously not for the first time against Germany, but I would like to see that at some point.
Also, hope he. I will have liked to see Raul with Santi like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Like keep the two strikers and let's see what happens. Like a 4-4-2. Let's try.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's ways to switch it up, man. So hopefully he tries. I mean, not with this great of a game, I don't see any changes coming, but hopefully in the
Yeah.
future we see something. But other than that, man, great game by the selección, great game by Jimmy Lozano, and great game by all the players that participated in it, man. No negative news here. So we will see you guys again on Wednesday after Tuesday's game versus Germany to see if we are able to have this much happiness again.
Yes. I mean, if we at least like lose better than the US, it's kind of a good
Yeah.
news.
Like
Because
a nice loss where we tried and we looked good.
yes,
I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Not to be negative, but I'll take it.
I mean, I'm starting to get scared because Nagelsmann like changed the team like from like oil to water.
Yeah.
That it's way different. They're too good, man. Like they were shit like 2 months ago. I don't know what happened.
You know it's gonna be fun? Alvarez, Edson versus Musiala. That little
Oh,
midfield battle is gonna be fun. We'll see how it goes.
yes.
All right, man. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't miss that episode.